final Women's Series event of this
Fallon
weekend.
for the ball.
And it's the one that we always expect to see in the final. We haven't so far.
Outside.
But it is a grandstand finish to this finale on Sunday. Event 4
25
will be contested between the two players that have won the previous 3 events. Lisa Ashton did a double here in Barnsley yesterday. She went back-to-back. She's won the bull in this one and takes on Fallon Sherrock, who won the first event of the day. The pair of them both appearing in their 13th Women's Series final. And we can't wait to watch it. I'm sure you can't either. Nigel Pearson has been with me, Chris Murphy, all weekend. We did see them play in a semi-final yesterday, Nige, but kind of fitting that we're ending with this one.
Yeah, what a way to bring the curtain down on a fabulous weekend of darts here in Barnsley. Really enjoyed it, and this final is the perfect final. Congratulations to everybody who's played this weekend. I just think it's been wonderful. Lots of great stories about how girls have got here. The long journeys that some of them have had, the dedication that's had to go in. And, you know, there's been some players that have had great weekends that can lay a marker down going forward. Big strides forward for some of them.
77.
So it's been great to see. And my first taste of the Women's Series, and absolutely loved every minute of it. Fabulous. Down the board for Lisa Ashton. And this will be a cracking final, I'm quite sure of that.
Yeah, plenty to play for at the Women's Series this year as well. As we informed you at the start of the weekend, the Order of Merit will count not just towards the World Championship with the top 2 after all 20 events qualifying, but the top 8 after 12 events will make it to the first ever Women's World Match Play.
140.
And Lisa Ashton and Fallon Sherrock are fighting it out for top spot in this final as well, because if Sherrock wins it, she'll be £50 ahead of Lisa
45.
Ashton on that Order of Merit because of that second round defeat that Ashton had earlier today.
50 quid.
Tops.
42.
Needed the bull or the 25. If she'd have fluked a 15 there, the shot would have still been
87.
on, but it went into the 10. So tops again for Lisa Ashton.
Yes, tops it is. And now double 10. Making hard work of this. And there's the double 5 with Fallon hopes high for double 19. But Lisa Ashton takes out the double 5. And it's 1-0 to Ashton here in the final of the Women's Series Event 4.
81.
And we came into this set of events with the only 2 players that had entered this weekend to have won Women's Series events being these 2.
100.
Of course, Dita Hedman and Makuru Suzuki have also won one each, but haven't been here this weekend. And that isn't going to change.
140.
Yeah, nice ton 40 for Fallon to add to her 81. And
95.
Credit to the players, Fallon and Lisa. I know they're used to this in the Women's Series, but it does become a very, very busy time at the end of the final event on a Sunday afternoon. It's match after match after match.
140.
And a reminder that we are now down to a longer format, 9 legs to decide it. So first to 5.
119.
In this, our final game of the weekend.
I was looking for treble 18 there. Fallon Sherrock, the old Rob Cross route on the 140. Still got plenty in hand. Lisa will apply pressure. Sherrock looking at 56 to level 59 in the early stages of this final.
Tops. And nicely done. Fallon Sherrock hits tops with the final dart to level it at 1 leg apiece. And, yep, it's going exactly as we thought.
97.
It's a decent pace and a good quality standard. Look at this from Fallon Sherrock. Can she fill it up? Not quite.
140.
140 it is.
It's remarkable, isn't it? We're now 20 events into the Women's
58.
Series since it started in 2020, and there's still only been one final that didn't have at least one of these 2 players in.
There you go.
83.
And that tells its own story about the way things are with Lisa and Fallon so dominant. But it's only a matter of time, I'm sure, before others emerge, and a perfect time to hit the lot for Lisa Ashton, following up a 58 with a 180. That was important for her.
96.
Yeah, both players have looked pretty strong on throw so far. And if that continues, then the bullseye contest that was won by Lisa at the start of the match could be the difference at the end of it.
We'll remind you, if you have just joined us, Fallon Sherrock won event 3 earlier today. Lisa won both the first 2 events yesterday here in Barnsley. And Lisa Ashton now needs double 18 to lead 2-1. Now double 9, and 18. There's an opportunity. The door's open for Fallon Sherrock for a break of throw.
Well, that also leaves double 18. And she pins it, and Sherrock does break the throw. So first blood to Fallon Sherrock in this final. She's punished Lisa Ashton for those missed darts. And now Fallon Sherrock takes control.
140.
Great 140 at the start of leg 4 here. And a reminder, it's first to 5. So if Fallon can hold a throw,
100.
She will be in a great position, but don't write Lisa Ashton off. Never, ever. Fallon has got to make sure she's got her A game here in this final and hits the 180. Brilliant timing for that from Fallon Sherrock. So a 140 and a 180 so far in the 4th leg of the final.
Yeah, and if you look at the figures, the averages, just as a guide, we haven't really seen the A game of Fallon Sherrock. Maybe the only time at a 4-0 win in the last 16 against Claire Brooking at a 92.5 average was up there with what she usually does. But certainly not her best game. Lisa Ashton has
28.
Probably over the course of the weekend performed slightly better despite having that one bad result of losing second round earlier today. The treble 18 would have left 32. Instead she leaves 68, but it's looking promising for Fallon Sherrock to open up a bit of a gap in this match.
Yes, absolutely it is. Down to 68 she goes. And 16 leaves, 8 for tops. No problem, she pins it brilliantly. And Fallon Sherrock has opened up some daylight at 3-1 over Lisa Ashton in this final of event 4. She wins this final.
45.
It'll be 2 wins each, and that's a poor first visit of 45 for Lisa. Tell you what, if Fallon can hit the red bit, which she's done once, can she do it again? 100. Well, a ton is okay.
It would be 2 wins each this weekend, and it would be 9 wins each overall in those 20 events, 100. 18 of them going the way of this pair. We know that definitely will be the case, but will it be levels, you devils, at the end of this final, or will Lisa
59
be out in front?
Well, only 59 for Fallon to follow that up is a disappointment. But Lisa all at sea here.
22.
22 and a 45 from Lisa Ashton, mixed with a ton. Now that's a great second dart from Sherrock, isn't it?
66.
Some tired darts creeping in here. The end of another long, hard day. Lisa's had more of a rest, though, as she hits the lot. Lisa going out early in event 3 this morning.
What a response.
Some response from Fallon, absolutely, you're quite right.
They might have needed the 180, though, because 136 is a 2 treble combo.
76 left.
And Lisa's going to be handily placed here.
98.
Well, there's the first treble. Unlucky.
88.
56 for Lisa. You've got to fancy her to take this out, haven't you? Surely. There's the 16. Needs tops and pins it. And with 3-2. And Fallon now has the darts to try and hold to go within 1. Credit Lisa, kept her cool, kept her nerve there, and this is nice from Fallon in response.
40.
Good pace to the game. A really good final, as we would expect.
Yeah, Lisa still does have the better record between the pair. Even if you just take 100. The Women's Series, this is now their 11th match at the Women's Series. And Fallon's only managed to win 3 of them, 3 of the previous 10. Looking for a first victory over Ashton
80
at this year's events. Now, will that come back and bite Fallon Sherrock?
Great darts from Lisa Ashton. Talk about
40.
Trying to cash in there.
We were saying it in the semi-final, weren't we? Against an excellent Kirsty Hutchinson. Any time that Lisa had a sniff of a chance,
34.
she just pounded that treble 20.
Well, Kirsty averaged 91 in that game.
Yeah,
Lisa had to average 95.
Really good performance. Had an 11 dart leg in there as well.
Absolutely. Against anybody else on any other day, that would have been enough for Kirsty.
97.
Great last start. Lovely last start from Fallon to leave 50. So it's looking like a 4-2. Lisa will just put a little bit of pressure on here. 18 or, yep, 18 for double 16 for Fallon, and it's 4-2, and she is one leg away now from winning event 4 here in Barnsley on this Sunday evening. She's played really well, kept her focus and her concentration, and Fallon's just done what she's had to do. She even knows that she can afford to lose this leg.
140.
Although that won't be in her mind, but it's a good 140 for Lisa to get underway.
Yeah, it's still quite well placed, this final, however.
41.
Fallon only one away, but Lisa has the darts in 2 of the last 3 legs if it does go the distance. So although 4-2 looks like a big deficit in a race to 5, it is still
34.
just one breaker throw.
Only 34, Lisa, dear me. Now, can Fallon punish her for that? It's only going to be 1 treble at best.
60.
She's let her off the hook there, really.
Yeah, the grin was a bit of bad fortune, I think, from Fallon, because you could hear the darts hit each other, but it managed to absolutely stay away from the treble.
$100.
So Lisa Ashton edging closer to closing the gap. Then will be the big leg, the important one. Assuming Ashton closes this out, Sherrock will serve for the match in the next leg.
Well, she needs a lot here, Fallon.
125.
Just snatchy last start there, I thought. So now, Lisa, clear favourite to win this leg and go 4-3. That was a poor first start, wasn't it?
Yeah, and even if Sherrock had found a single 20 in the previous visit, she'd be on a finish and would have a chance right now. But Ashton will return.
137.
3 for tops or 11 for double 16.
It's got to go with Fallon on double 19. And it goes. Fantastic from Lisa Ashton. So is this the leg where Fallon Sherrock can hold a throw and win event 4? She's switching already, and she gets the treble 19.
96.
Oh, here comes Lisa Ashton. She knows she's got to pull
100.
something special out of the bag here.
In this position, when you're 1 behind and your opponent's throwing for the match, it's always a really interesting position
97.
in a match, because Lisa Ashton knows that if she breaks, suddenly she's favourite because she's got the darts in the decider.
She's getting closer. She needs the red bit. She
60.
doesn't. So now is the opportunity for Fallon Sherrock to kick on. She tried the switch at treble 18 to start with. Now she's got in the 1. There's a bit of confusion creeping in here.
39.
39! In a leg where she holds a throw, she wins the final. And here comes Lisa Ashton back at her.
140.
Oh, what a performance this is. We could be going down to a 1-leg decider, folks.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Using the dart already in that bed to get herself down to a finish. So Fallon Sherrock will return to the hockey with a finish in front of her and the match at her mercy. And now the same goes for Lisa to force a decider, but 1-4-6, a big ask, a bit of magic
47.
required.
Yeah, Fallon's left 88. Treble 20 she hits. So now,
98.
This is for the match for Fallon Sherrock. Can she go out here now? 18 for the bull. What a way to win it this would be. The bullseye.
63.
Surely now, Lisa, to take us to a deciding leg, and Lisa would have the throw. Tops, and tops she gets. 4 apiece. And we are going the distance here. with the deciding leg with Lisa Ashton throwing first.
Just not missing chances, are they? Fallon Sherrock narrowly missing the ball for the 88. Then Lisa Ashton comes back, takes out the combination. Any little chink in the armour is pounced upon by the opponent.
60.
But Lisa Ashton, in breaking the throw there, as we were saying, has taken the baton in this battle. It doesn't look like she's going to let it slip.
100.
Very much advantage Lisa Ashton from here. Fallon in trouble. Got to hit a couple of treble 20s at least here now. Even better the lot as she goes for the maximum and she gets it. That keeps her hopes alive here. Oh, brilliant stuff from these two. Absolutely brilliant. Event 4, the final.
60.
Only 60 for Lisa, so the door's open for Fallon again if she can keep that free scoring going here. Oh, what a second dart.
81.
Well, that second dart, could it cost her? 2 treble 19s, absolutely majestic from Lisa Ashton to leave 67.
A 140 would tee up tops, 100 leaves 80, but Ashton now at match point.
Double 8 and Lisa Ashton takes a third event of the weekend. Victories in events 1 and 2 and now in 4 as well. Great darts from Lisa Ashton to win here by 5 legs to 4. Wonderful, wonderful performance after Fallon looked like she was in the ascendancy at one stage. And it just wasn't to be for Fallon Sherrock. But Lisa Ashton winning events 1 and 2 and now event 4 as well here in Barnsley. So congratulations, Lisa Ashton. Fallon Sherrock winning 1 event, Lisa Ashton winning 3 here at the Barnsley Metrodome this weekend. But well done to all the players this weekend. It's been a super 4 events of the Women's Series, the PDC Women's Series, and some super darts thrown by many, many players this weekend, and many new names that are emerging and perhaps showing the potential that they've got. And we will hear from our winner, Lisa Ashton, right now.
Gone back to Bolton, but Lisa, just give us your assessment on the weekend overall.
Yeah, I've had a cracking weekend, and me and Fallon always have a cracking game there, but it's a cracking start for me, so happy days.
She's a fighter, isn't she? But so are you.
Yeah, definitely. We both never give up. So whoever wins, it's going to be a good game, but I'm happy just to be the victor then.
You had a long time to wait for the second tournament today, because unusually you went out early in the first one. How did that feel? Just a little bit different to have to wait so long to get back on.
It did, yeah, but you got to take the ups and downs with the darts. That's the way the games go. So I got a bit of rest, got back on my game and concentrate for the next one.
And don't want to labour the point about a defeat, but it does go to show that you and Fallon are not unbeatable, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. The way the women play, we are beatable, but we just got to keep fighting and see how it goes.
And I know that you two have dominated the women's series before it started. If Fallon would have won that title, you'd have both been on 9 each. I know you always say that you know you enjoy the rivalry and it's a friendly rivalry, but is there a little part of you that will walk out of here being number 1 on the order of merit, knowing that you've won more titles than Fallon, will be like, yeah, I'm the queen? No.
We always have good games. I'm just happy to be top of the table and get more points as I can, just so I can qualify all the tournaments. So I'm happy on a good start. Hopefully I can keep it going.
And that Blackpool dream is a little bit closer as well?
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to get there, so hopefully I can keep it going and just get my little dream.
Well,